Here we go. Welcome to Muscles and Magic the Gathering Live, and we have a lot to discuss tonight. An absolute mega amount of information came out today. Lorwyn Spoilers, we are in spoiler season. Lorwyn looks to me to be one of the best new sets in a very long time. I say that, and that's coming from a guy that loves every set. I loved Ether Drift. I love Murders at Karlov Manor. I loved Assassin's Creed. I love Spider-Man. Like, I really do genuinely love every Magic product, all right? But Lorwyn is going bonkers, frankly. And there's one card here. I actually misplaced my phone. Hopefully I can find it, that I want to talk about because it is that goblin. That goblin is absolutely insane. So, while we wait for a couple of people to get in here, we will start with something fun. And we are going to start with my Dragon deck. Now, right now, my Dragon deck is absolutely bonkers until we get to the Lorwyn Spoilers. I just need some people in the chat to talk about the Lorwyn Spoilers. We are going to do some deck tech with my House of the Dragon deck. It's called House of the Dragon. It's currently on my Mox Field, which is at Bobby Maximus. If you're interested, I need you all to give me... Oh, here it is. I don't gotta go anywhere. I was going to pull up some pictures of Lorwyn Spoilers, but I have that all settled and we are good to go. Darth Borg, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Honored to have you here. Anyway, this is currently my Dragon deck as it stands right now, and then we'll get to the Lorwyn Spoilers, like I said, when people start coming in the chat. And I'd love to learn your thoughts about the Lorwyn Spoilers, but my Dragon deck is fantastic. It's worth $9,200 right now. Again, on my Mox Field under the name House of the Dragon. I always call my decks pet names. I don't call them by the commander, all right? I give them pet names. So this is my Dragon deck, the House of the Dragon. Again, $9,200. The current mana value of the deck is $183. And it's got 8 game changers in it. I also have a couple of banned cards. I play with banned cards. The Jeweled Lotus and the Mana Crypt. I fully expect they will be unbanned soon. And Darth Borg, I do not know why you're saying that, but welcome to the show again. All right, so we have the Dragon. Some cards in the Dragon. We have Reanimate. All right, let me straighten out that camera. We have Entomb. We have Dracogenesis. Great card. Nicol the Ravager. Ramos Dragon Engine, and I just realized this serialized card is not listed on Moxfield right now, so that is not included in the overall value of the card. So I mean, I think we're closer to 10K than I originally thought. Aggravated Assault, Savage Ventmaw, great unlimited combo there. Miriam the Sentinel Worm, Old Gnawbone, Tiamat, Dragon Tempest, the Ancient Gold Dragon, Ancient Silver Dragon, Ancient Brass Dragon, Ancient Copper Dragon, the Twin Flame Tyrant, beautiful version of that card. Yes, we have a moat. If you're going to have a dragon deck, you do need a moat. Southern Leafs, I do not play on Spell Table. The odd time I will play at LGSs, but oftentimes I play within my own play groups. All right, that said, probably April or May on Gerudo. I'm a big Gerudo fan. I do work with them as well. I will be doing some online games. I'm trying to pick a good night for it. Do you have any suggestions? Like, if I was going to do some online gaming, what night would it be? I would love to hear from you on that. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, Dragon Lord Dromoka, Goldspan Dragon, Soul Ring, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, Dragon Master Outcast, Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, Vampiric Tutor, Eska God of the Tree, Urza's Incubator, Cabal Coffers. I wanted that in there. I might take it out, though. That said, if I have the Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, it's a great way to get extra mana. So maybe I won't take it out. And this kind of is an A deck. It is overkill. It's one of my showcase decks. I actually have 2 showcase decks. This and my Urza deck. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave Cabal Coffers in there. Sarkhan, Zeator's Proving Ground, need that. Realm Walker, Minion of the Mighty. The Plaza of Heroes, great card. Tropical Island, Sneak Attack. Actually, I'm going to put these dual lands off to the side. Plaza Heroes off to the side. Spectator Seating, great card. Counterspell. Scale Lord Reckoner. All right. Insight Official, stoked to be here, bro. I run the Scion of the Ur Dragon as my commander, and it's just bonkers. I absolutely love it. I would love to see that deck list, by the way. Training Center, Dragon's Horde, Sulphurous Springs. Let me put the lands here because we are going to add a very special land to this deck. I made a horrible mistake. We're going to fix it live tonight. You guys are going to hold me accountable. We have the Arcane Signet, we have Swords to Plowshares, Worldly Tutor, Savannah, Show and Tell, the Underground River, Taiga, Ancient Tomb, Badlands, Birds of Paradise, Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt, Mox Amber, Yavimaya Coast, Command Tower, Demonic Tutor, Path to Exile, Smothering Reef, Shivan Reef, Xander's Loud, Tide Channel Pathway, Haven of the Spirit Dragon, Addercar Wastes, Mana Drain, Clearwater Pathway, Carplusian Forest, Bayou, Sunbillow Verge, Darkboar Pathway, Grim Monolith. We have the Dead Marshes. Great cards here. Brushland, Reckless Barbarian, Delighted Halfling, City of Brass, Scrubland, Sarkanobrone, Volcanic Island. Look at all the dual lands. Luxury Suite. Great card. Cavern of Souls, Land of War Wastes, The One Ring, Battlefield Forge. All right. And then we have these cards. So there is the meat and potatoes of my Ur Dragon deck. But here's what's got to happen, guys. I need to. I'm wondering if I should take out Cabal Coffers. Right? Like I could use it in another deck. I could certainly use it in my Yuriko deck. That might be an option. I don't think it does enough in this deck. It might be the one I have to replace. Now that's a major land to replace, by the way. Urborg Tumi Yawgmoth, I do not want to get rid of that, and I do not want to get rid of... Did I say I had a Fanghorn Forest or a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth? I do, just for some mana fixing, right? To make some stuff, some forests and some swamps. I'm looking for a Cabal Coffers. Did I already move it to my lands pile? I cannot remember, everybody. Zeotora's Proving Ground, there's a land. Yavimaya, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. I guess I got a little excited. Maelstrom. I think I did. I think Cabal Coffers is going to get cut, everybody. What do you think? Now, you might be asking, what card are you going to cut for Cabal Coffers to bump this deck up, Bobby Maximus? And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's out of my Hordes of Raccoon City deck, all right? So we're going to have to switch gears for a minute. Remember all those cards in the Dragon deck? Oh, Southern Leafs. My heart right now is heavy. I've always been a Lathro player. I love Lathro Blade of the Elves. Just put a video up on High Perfect Morcant. I was going to put my High Perfect Morcant in. That's a card going in the Dragon deck, by the way. I don't know why I didn't have this in there. I wanted a complete cycle of dual lands in there. For some reason, this was sitting in my zombie deck. It's got to get replaced. At any rate, I did a video today on the High Perfect Morcant about why it's so good, what a great card, and how I would build it. And it's actually funny, because I really think I would build it fundamentally different than my Lathril deck. Like, those two cards are not going to be in my Lathril deck. I want to put them in my High Perfect Morcant deck. There's a lot of cards with Wither in them. I'd like to use Massacre Girl, maybe. A bunch of -1/-1 cards. Actually, a bunch of cards that I've already built into my Maha Its Feathers Knight deck. And some Proliferate. So I really think that I'm going to just build a new High Perfect Morcant deck. And I can get a bunch of elves on the cheap. And away we go. I do have an extra Eldrami. I do have an extra Raphellos. So I think that's what I am going to do, Southern Leafs. Watch my video on it, Southern Leafs. I would love your feedback on it. I think it's great. But I gotta adjust this. This hurts me, man, because this zombie deck, it's great. It's worth $3,500 right now, but the value is going to come down because I am going to take out the Underground Sea. I don't know what I am going to put in its place. I am thinking right now, because there is a Cabal Coffers in this deck. I'm thinking about... Ooh, this is tough. I'm thinking about putting a... let me see here. I've got some other lands here I can look at, but I'm thinking about putting a... Do I have a Barad-dûr in here yet? I do. Thinking about putting... what's that artifact thing called? Inventor's Fair in there. We'll see. I already have Bearder. Drannith Ruins could be... That actually might... Oh, I already have a Drannith Ruins. Of course I do. Temple of Deceit would work. Mount Doom will not work. Drowned Catacomb would work. I don't have a Drowned Catacomb, all right? I think the Drowned Catacomb's going to win. Because I want to save the Inventor's Fair for some other decks. Even though, if you control 3 artifacts, you can go get some stuff. And the artifacts in this deck, Bull, Citadel, Crucible Worlds, Jet Medallion, Conda's Banner, Lucille, Monument to Endurance, Phyrexian Altar. It would be really good for this deck. And the Inventor's Fair does offer a colorless mana, which is fine in this deck. I got 38 lands. Sometimes you want to go get that One Ring. You want to go get that Phyrexian Altar, right? But none of those are combo pieces at the same time. So maybe I could use that from another deck. So first things first, let's take out the Underground Sea. Goodbye. Oh my God, look at that. It's not even double sleeved. Pathetic. Pathetic indeed. Let's fix that problem. It's a little miscut, but it's an old school card I've owned for a long time. Just Amori, is there any way to make an Avatar-only villains deck that would be complete with the Avatar Aang deck he built? Maybe a Washdown Firelord Azula deck? Yeah, that would be tough. Because the thing with the Firelord Azula deck is I wanted everything with flash. Maybe I would build an Ozai deck, maybe a Rakdos deck. I'll look at that. It would actually be kind of really fun to have an Avatar-only villains deck against Avatar good guys. And I think the way to do it is black and red, because there is that Azula you could include. I think that's my gut feeling right now. All right, so in this zombie deck, we're going to put the Drowned Catacombs. $4 land. I would have never thought that. Okay. And it is from Ixalan. All right. So there we go. The zombie deck is only worth $2,400 now. Really, really sad day. I wish I could just go buy another Underground Sea. This is one of the things I was talking about this to people online today. I don't play with proxies. I don't have a problem with you playing with proxies. I'll give you my logic right now during this live because I think it's important to talk about. Number one, there was a point in my life where I didn't have any money. I couldn't afford anything. You know what I mean? And it always felt so good to me to be able to go to the card store and be able to afford cards. It just made me feel good. And one of my ultimate goals is I want to have 100 Commander decks. 100 Commander decks. And so to have 100 Commander decks built with real cards, it's going to take some real time. It's going to take some real effort. Like, I doubt I'll hit it this year. Like, this might be a 3-year goal. I'm currently 67 full Commander decks, but with the ones under construction, that's going to put me to 72. I'm building Myral Shield of Argive. I'm building Lord of the Nazgul. I'm building Yuriko. I'm building Nekasar. And I'm building Deadpool. All right? But then after that, Demo FPV, you are here for the Ur-Dragon deck. We're adding an Underground Sea. So it's going to take me a really long time. And I'll tell you what, my personality, I have OCD. If I was to allow myself to use proxies, I'd just make all the decks tomorrow. Like, I would stay up for 48 hours straight and just make them. But the fact I have to go scrounge to get cards and I got to figure it out. Sometimes I got to build different decks with the cards I have and I got to make use of what I have and I don't trade a lot. It makes it really, really fulfilling to go get a new card, right? Like, I was at the card store the other day and I was able to pick up a couple of lands for my Nekasar deck and got my count up. I think I have 85 cards in there right now and it just felt really good. Proxies would take that away from me. You know what I mean? Demo, I know it. I love it. I love it. By the way, stay tuned for Houston. I'm still trying to arrange it. Nothing's set in stone right now. At any rate, proxies would ruin that for me. The other thing I get frustrated with is creators online, influencers, if you will, that are like, hey, go do this deck. And it's all graphics on the screen. And you know they've never played with it. And they're just pumping cards in there. And they're always picking the same cards. I would do a Gaia's Cradle. I would do a Mox Diamond. It's like, you just have these laying around. Like, I have 3 Mox Diamonds and that's it. I think I have 2 Gaia's Cradles and that's it. And then I'm tapped. If I build this new High Perfect Morkin deck, I can't put a Gaia's Cradle in it unless I just go drop a bunch of money. So maybe I'll have to figure out what the other card is, right? Maybe that card from Edge of Eternities. But like, it frustrates me when people are like, check out my new Krenko build. And it's like a $15,000 deck with every major thing that's ever been put out. And I'm like, it's just not real. So that's why I play with real cards for me. At any rate, I need to add the Underground River to this deck. And no, I didn't just have one laying around. It came from my zombie deck. So I think we're going to take out Cabal Coffers, okay? It's a great card, but I don't know how much it does in the Dragon deck. And it will allow me to use it in my Yuriko deck, I believe. Or maybe my Nazgul deck. It could get put in the Nazgul deck. It would do some great work there as well. All right. So let's go back to the Dragon deck and let's get rid of Cabal Coffers, which is minus Morgul. And that is also so on theme with the Nazgul, right? So let's take that out. You, my friend, are going to my Nazgul deck. Maybe I'll show that off tonight. And we will put in the Underground Sea. I wish it was revised, but it's not. Oh, it is revised. It's not unlimited. So there we go. The value of the deck now is $10,400. That's without my serialized Ramos. Insane. Bonkers. It's officially my second most expensive deck. Number 1 being Urza. So check this out. Let's revisit Ur-Dragon. Then let's talk some Lorwyn spoilers. All right, drop in the comments right now your favorite Lorwyn card that you've seen so far. Dragon's Horde, Sneak Attack, the One Ring, Cloudstone Curio, Teferi's Protection, Sarkhan Unbroken, Assassin's Trophy, Herald's Horn, Delighted Halfling, Reckless Barbarian, Mox Jasper, Noble Hierarch, Boon Tender, Coalessa, Deceptive Frostkite, Grim Monolith, Mana Drain, Smothering Tide, Path to Exile, Demonic Tutor, Mox Amber, Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, Birds of Paradise, Show and Tell, Worldly Tutor, Swords to Plowshares, Arcane Signet, Lotus Petal, Ignoble, Dark Ritual, Chromatic Lantern, Scale Lord Reckoner, Counterspell, Minion of the Mighty, Realm Walker, Sarkhan, Urza's Incubator, Eska God of the Tree. This deck is stacked, by the way. Vampiric Tutor, Dragon Master Outcast, Soul Ring, Goldspan Dragon, Dragon Lord Dromoka, a Moat, love Moat, Twin Flame Tyrant, Ancient, Dragon Tempest, Tiamat, Old Gnawbone, Miriam, Savage, Aggravated Assault. There it is. There's the serialized Ramos. You know that had to be in there. Nicobolus, Dracogenesis, Entomb, Reanimate. And then the lands. And we got all the dual lands now. There we go. By the way, you still haven't told me, drop what your favorite new spoiler is from Lorwyn. I would love to hear. Would absolutely love to hear. Ancient Tomb, Taiga. This deck is just stacked. Man, just unreal. Love my Dragon deck. So there we go. That deck is, it's just crushing it right now. Love it. I actually think this is the one deck, like my Urza deck, I still want to add a bunch of inventions to it and a couple of Power 9, but I think I'm actually done with this deck. Like, I don't think there's, I mean, obviously if I came across a Black Lotus randomly, I would add it. But I think overall I'm done with that deck. Sweet. Okay, Lorwyn spoilers. Let's chat. I'm going to show you my favorite card that I'm excited for, everybody. Here it is. The Hexing Squelcher. Sorry, I got to show you on my phone. I do not have one of these yet. Look at this thing. Goblin Sorcerer. It only costs 2 mana. Like, what a heavy hitting card. In demo, I will check out your Dragon deck. Just remind me of the DM. I'm not the best at answering those things. Or join my Discord, guys. Join my Discord. If you go to my IG, there's a link for it. Join the Discord. We do all kinds of deck tech stuff there and people help out. This spell can't be countered Talk about power creep, as if this is only 2 mana. This spell can't be countered. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. And other creatures you control, ward, pay 2 life. Here's my concern about this card right now. It's going to be good in so many decks other than Goblin decks. Like, this could go in my Dragon deck so nobody can counter anything. That is a major concern for me because I'm going to need a bunch of these, man. I got 3 Goblin decks. What am I going to do? I need 3 of these, literally, like that General Creep. I need 3 of those too. All right, so that is one of my favorite cards. All right, so I am excited about that. Another card I am excited about is the High Perfect Morkant. Really excited about that one. I actually just did a video on the High Perfect Morkant. Went up live on my YouTube today, so make sure everybody you check that out. Give it some love. And then let's go over the bonus sheet printings. And I'm going to have a lot of time tonight. I want to be live for about an hour, so maybe I'll do some deck tech with you. I'll show you my Nazgul deck I'm building, or my Mural deck, Shield of Argive. I'll let you guys pick. I'm really excited about them both. But special guests from this new Lorwyn set. We have Bitter Blossom, Devoted Druid, Dolmen Gate, Door of Destinies. Love this card. This art is gorgeous. I would love one of these for my decks. Fairy Macabre, great for my fairy deck. Goblin Chieftain. Love goblins. This could go on my goblin deck too. The art here is out of this world. Goblin Sharpshooter. I'm going to need one of these. Wow. Heat Shimmer. Create a token that's copied target creature except it has haste at the beginning of this end step. Exile this token. Great card. Helix Pinnacle. Another great card. Idyllic Tutor. Awesome card. Kinsbale Cavalier. I'm going to have to build the Knight deck. Leaf Crowned Visionary. I'm going to need one of those. Manamorphose. Love this card. I use it in my Storm deck. Unfortunately, this won't replace it because it is Storm featured. The Risen Reef. Love it. One of my favorite cards of all time. I actually just bought the Invention version of this. Regal Force. Love this card. Wonderwine Prophets. Love Merfolks. 1,000-Year Elixir. Slippery Boggle, the Mistbind, Click. Another great card for my fairy deck. So some special guests there. Really, really excited for those guys. Gotta tell you, super happy. So it's gonna be a blast. This set is absolutely awesome. Let's actually see how the old High Perfect Morkant YouTube's doing now. Then we'll dive in some deck tech. Anyone, do you have a vote? You want to see Lord of the Nazgul or Myril, the Shield of Argive? Which one should we work on tonight? I'll start sleeving them, start building them. We'll talk about that tribal or kinfolk group. What do you vote for? All right? Yeah, me too, Demo, and I really hope that it gets unbanned, by the way, Mana Crypt. I need it to be unbanned. All right, guys, help me out. What do we want to build? What do we want to build? I've also got a protein shake here for the night. Muscles and Magic the Gathering, you get it. Do we want to build Myril, the Shield of Argive, or do we want to do the Lord of the Nazgul? Pick one. The Knights, for me, were made for deck tech. So what do we want? Myril, Shield of Argive, or Lord of the Nazgul. Let's pick one and let's start doing some deck tech, everybody. What are we going to pick? Who is voting? Demo PV. Let's go. Which one is more toxic? Honestly, probably the Lord of the Nazgul. It's a mean, mean, mean deck. And there's a lot of blue and a lot of counter spells in it, which people hate with a passion. So what should we do, everybody? Lord of the Nazgul or Myril, the Shield of Argive, for some high-level deck tech. And of course, I am here to talk Lorwyn Spoilers. I'll show off my Dragon deck again. I'll show up my zombie deck again. Demo, you seem to like Lord of the Nazgul, and I like Nazgul. I love Lord of the Rings, and hopefully with this new Hobbit set this year, there will be plenty of new Lord of the Rings cards. So, we need to get some sleeves. We have green, we have red, and we are going to go purple. I got some Games Genix sleeves here. All right. So we're going to crack these open, and we're going to start deck building, everybody. There we go. My Lord of the Nazgul extra cards here we're going to do. All right, first pack of sleeves. Ooh, I'm excited about this. Strong, toxic, aggressive decks. We'll get ready for this. This is going to be right up your alley. All right, so let's talk about Lord of the Nazgul. Let's have some fun. And of course, any other questions, any Lorwyn spoilers you want to talk about, I am here for it 100%. So the first thing we got to do, we got to look at our commander. Can everyone see that? All right, let's put him in plastic. There's a beautiful version of the card. We're going to add this to Mox. So this is exactly how I build decks, by the way. Okay, first things first, let's talk about some deck building processes, some elite level deck tech. So first thing is, I always have extra boxes of Game Genix and Game Genix sleeves on hand. I am not sponsored by them. Please go to their page and tell them they should sponsor me. I want to be sponsored by them. I have more Game Genix products than anyone, genuinely, because I love them. But first thing I do, first of all, I have commons on commons on commons on commons in my house. I got to tell you that right away. I keep boxes of these things around. Why? I used to trade them in, but it's never worth it, especially when you're trying to build 100 commander decks. I found myself having to rebuy a lot of cards, so now I just have these white boxes here. Tons of them. They're all organized by set. So every time I open new cards, I'm putting them in those boxes. They are organized. So if I need a certain card, right? Like I need a kind of common, right? Like maybe I need a sleight of hand. Maybe I need a ponder. Maybe I need a portent. Maybe I need a fabricate. Maybe I need a repeal. Maybe I need an imprisoned in the moon. I have access to them, all right? That's the first thing. I also have boxes of bulk gold, right? Of bulk rares, and I have those organized by color. So just as an example, those are my bulk rare black cards. Probably 1,000 in there. I mean, I don't know how many there is, actually. I don't know. Maybe 1,000. But, so I can pull cards to look for. So those are really, really important, right? Like, I'm going to have to go find a Village Rites somewhere for this deck. It's going to fit, so I have all the cards to look for. Now, the next thing I do is have these little clear cases. And the decks that I want to build, like, for example, Myro's Shield of Argod, whenever I come across the cards, I put them in this and I start to build up. And then when it's full, and I have almost enough cards to make the deck, then I will make the deck. Now let's talk about Game Genix. They don't sponsor me, guys. I don't have a deck box sponsored yet, but the quality for the price is unmatched. These deck boxes you buy for about 21 bucks, okay? The sleeves, I'm getting them for $7 to $9, and they are really quality sleeves. I really, really like them, all right? So I think they are amazing. And then I buy these, I think it's called the Dragon Lair 1100. This is how I house all my decks. Demo, I think they're great. And I think for the cost of them, you will not find a better $9 set of sleeves anywhere on the planet. And then you buy these Dungeon Lairs 1100. Now, Dungeon Lairs 1100, I can't remember how much they are. I'm going to actually look it up on Amazon right now. Let me see. Or the Dungeon Master, whatever it's called. Dungeon Lair 1100. Ah, here we go. You can get a gray one for 56 bucks right now. Not bad at all. The deck boxes, like I said, are 21, and the sleeves, like you're getting for like 7 to 9 bucks. So I think they're great. The sleeves look like this. I think they're super high quality. They're durable. They're acid free. There's no PVC. Great shuffle feel. Like, I'm a fan of them. And again, they don't sponsor me. I buy all this stuff. I started with GameGenics. I literally have 8 of these. And I have, let me see here. How many Commander decks do I have up here? 70, 71, 72. I literally have 72 of their deck boxes. So, I'm a fan. I like GameGenics, okay? So, let's talk about Lord of the Nazgul. We got to start building that and start putting that together. So once I have that done, once I have my commons arranged, once I have my bulk rares arranged and all that kinds of stuff, and my little clear box with the cards that I'm going to use put away, okay? Now I'm going to go to the Moxville, I'm going to enter it. And I always call my decks cool names. The deck for this is Shadow of the East. If you know Lord of the Rings lore, a very appropriate name for a Nazgul deck. And my commander is Lord of the Nazgul. Moxfield should bring it up. I love Moxfield, by the way. Okay, so create. There we go. We're creating that commander deck. Moxfield, I think, is the best site. Some people use Arcadeck, but I love Moxfield in terms of organizing my cards, all right? You can change all the views and everything, so I'm going to add the price and the mana cost and the set symbol. I like showing that stuff off. The Lord of the Nazgul, I have to switch the printing of my card. 467, and it is foil. Wow, okay. They got this listed for $54.99 on here. All right, another thing, by the way, with my decks, I need them to be worth $1,000. It's part of my goal. Not all of them are right away, but out of 67 decks I have built, only one is not worth that. It's an Assassin's Creed deck, and I got to fix it. So, Lord of the Nazgul is in there. Awesome. Next, it is a Nazgul deck, so to all the cards that I want to put in there, we have to put in the Nazgul. And I know I need an extra Nazgul, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Nazgul. I gotta have another one, don't I? Thought I did. Let me see. Thought I had 8 of them. Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, I do have 8. And I do need 9, because you can include 9 Nazgul. So I'm gonna have to buy another one. Well, let's put this Nazgul in first. And this one is number 551. Ooh. It's worth $57. The foil version of this is $139. That's insane, guys. All right, now, I'm also going to need some other cards, but I put these in first, and I always meticulously put the exact version of the card I have. Why? Because this is how I display my collection, all right? I will organize these by similar Nazguls. Okay, so those will be easy because I can just go ×2. So I guess if I was lazy, I could just enter one Nazgul and put them all in, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, I do have this guy, and he's the first one that popped up. So I'll put him in. And then I just add the cards with the sleeves. And what this does too, as I build the deck, it allows me to keep track of mana value. And it allows me to keep track of price and also like my mana distribution and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's add another Nazgul now. And it's going to make me switch the printings. Actually, Let's add more. So I have, yeah, 7 Nazguls, right? So I got to split the printings here. So let's see what I can do. Put these all in little plastics here. There you go. I was opening the wrong side of the sleeve. So we're going to put these in and make sure. We have all the right Nazguls in the right sleeves. By the way, if you have a Nazgul deck, let me know. I'd love some advice. Not even advice, because I think I know how to build it, but just cards you're adding. I cannot remember every single card in the Magic the Gathering universe. These are worth 17 bucks a piece. Can you believe it? So right now, this is bonkers. This deck right now is worth $238, and I only have like 9 cards in it. Unreal, guys. Unreal. There's a Nazgul. There's a Nazgul. There's a Nazgul. All right, so it looks like I have 2. Got to split the printings now on my Mox field. So, it's really cool how you can do this, by the way. I wish I could make this bigger. Okay, which one is that? We have one of these. Okay, we're done there. Perfect. Okay. Next up. This guy. I do not have any of him. Ooh. I have this guy, one of these. Perfect. I have 2 of these. Okay. Good. Still working on splitting the printings. I have 3 left to put in here. Two of those. Okay, and this last one here, sorry guys, this is taking a long time, but I gotta make sure this is organized. Beautiful, okay. So it split the printings out for me. So let's see. Two of those, one of those. Let's see if I got this right. So one of those, 2 of those guys, not 3 of them. I have 2 of this guy. One of this guy. And 1 of this guy. So we're saying I have 7 Nazgul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see what I'm doing wrong here, guys. Let's go back. Okay, I have one of these. This is like the monotonous part of putting the deck together. I have two of those. I have two of these. Good. I'm gonna have one and one. Okay. I gotta add this guy. Nope. I gotta add this one back because that was not adding it for me. That's 551. And that was 551, right? Here we go. There's my 8 Nazgul. Got it. All right, guys. We have the 8 Nazgul. Oh, thank you, Demo FPV. I would love to see it. So we have the Lord of the Nazgul. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards right now. 9 total cards. Total value is $235.91. So there's our essential Nazguls right now. Next cards we can add. It's a blue and black. So I like to add the absolute like auto includes, like a Soul Ring, a Talisman of Dominance. A Ring Wraith is going to need to be in there because it's a Wraith. An Arcane Signet. And of course the One Ring. Those are so on theme, it's not even funny. So all those have to be included. We're going to have to include minus Morgul. We're also going to have to include minus Morgul Cabal Coffers. So let's get those in, because those are totally on theme. There we go. This is really fun, by the way, doing this with y'all. Thanks for being with me. I love doing deck tech. We've got about 15 minutes here left. So we'll just start filling this out as good as I can. So I put these all in sleeves and organize them. All right. Then we have minus Morgul, the Dark Fortress. Of course, that has to be in there. Foil version. Foil version's worth less. Shocking. Good morning from Spain, 440 here. Welcome to the show. We are building a Nazgul deck. The One Ring, you know that has to be in there. And it is the bundle version. And it is a foil, okay? The other cool thing is I don't really pay attention to the bracket system fully. Like, I'm very aware of where my decks play. But I just try to build the best deck possible and let it lie where it lies. But Moxfield will also, and by the way, they do not sponsor me, they will totally just evaluate your deck for you, which is great. Let's go Ring Wraiths. The other, oh, this one's for $7.49. Awesome. The other really, really cool thing about, actually, I'm going to look in my binder to see if I have a better version of this. One of the really cool things with Moxfield 2 is if you have this deck all set up. Oh, Ring Race, this is the only one I have. Okay, cool. It will tell you what brackets you're in. It will tell you the metadata. How many game changers you have. Like right now, this deck so far, it's going to say it's a bracket 3. It's got 1 game changer, the One Ring. Awesome. Here we go with Ring Wraiths. Let's do a Soul Ring. And this is a secret layer version. $9.49. All right. This deck has 14 cards, so it's already worth $421. And yes, value is important to me. I am a collector. Okay. We need this Arcane Signet. I love Lord of the Rings ones. Don't have one. This one is a MIC. Could put an Avatar one in. That would be kind of funny, you know. There we go, Arcane Signet. Talisman of Dominance. Fallout. Cool. And yeah, this does let me know what other cards I need, which is cool. So, we're starting off with all the must-have cards in Lord of the Rings that we're going to put in. Awesome. Okay. Boom. Ashiok Dreamrender, Sapphire, Baral, Lethal Scheme, Brain Freeze, Isochron Scepter, Hymn to Turek, Narset, Snapcaster Mage, Jeweled Lotus, Gifts Ungiven, Boomerang Basics, Brainstorm, Counterspell Disallowed, Diabolic Intent, great card, Phantasmal Image, Phyrexian Metamorph. A lot of cards we could put in here, right? A lot of counters. Hold off on that for a minute. I want to add some must-adds before I go over the flavor of the deck. Let's see what we got here. Urza's Saga, just hanging out. Phyrexian Altar. Demonic Consultation. I could do Thassa's Oracle in this deck if I really wanted to. But I don't know. I have a couple of Thassa's Oracle combos, and I'm not just trying to win with Thassa's Oracle all the time. I like to build flavored decks, you know? These are all secret layers. Okay, so we're out there. So, we need a Lightning Greaves, obviously, for this deck. Got to protect our commander. We have a Soul Ring, right? Let's see what else we could use in here. We don't have any Underground Rivers left. I'm looking for a Swiftfoot Boots is what I'm actually looking for, everybody. I bet I don't have one. This is like just like a stack of like Commander Essentials, by the way, if you want to know what I'm looking for. But I am looking for a Swiftfoot Boots. Do not have one. Okay. That is going to go on my list of cards I actually need. Let's put a Lightning Greaves, though. So we're going to want a Lightning Greaves. And so I just kind of start with all the cards I absolutely need. All right? And that version is CMM. It's actually the list. Okay, our total value is $431, and we have 17 cards. So let's review Nazgul's so far. Lord of the Nazgul, our commander. By the way, we should talk about what that does before I really start to include cards in this deck. Flying. Wraiths you control have protection from Ring Bearers. That does not matter to me so much. But whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 3/3 Black Wraith creature token with Menace. Then if you control 9 or more wraiths you control have base power and toughness 9/9 until the end of turn. That is bonkers. So here's how this is going to work. We're obviously going to include the Nazgul. I can have 9 of these in a deck. When a Nazgul enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, put a 1/1 counter on each wraith you control. I can have 9 of these. I only have 8 though. So I'm going to need more. I need 1 more. Minus Morgul, Cabal Coffers. Minus Morgul, Dark Fortress. The 1 ring. Ring Wraiths. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominant, Lightning Greaves. But here's the beauty of something like Lord of the Nazgul, right? Oh, Eldrazi. I love Eldrazi's the Mad Steep. Let's look at Strict Serenade. It's a great counterspell, right? I'm going to want a lot of counter magic to protect my Nazgul because that's like a kill on sight commander. Right? But here's a cool thing. You cast a spell, I counter it. Not only do I counter it, I'm going to create a 3/3 Black Wraith creature token. So look at that, the value. If you have this on the battlefield, the value you're going to get for this is insane. All right? Just for casting it. It's bonkers. An offer you can't refuse. Got to put that in there. One of my favorite low-cost counter spells. $3. Can't get a better deal than that. Okay? The classic counterspell, of course, we need. And I am going to use the Ice Age version of it because I love Ice Age. $4.99, beautiful. Adds to the value of the deck. But I want to load this deck with counterspells because I want to protect my commander, all right? Mystic Grimoire, I'm going to hold off on that for now. Chain of Vapor, I'll hold off on that for now. Disallow. I really like Disallow. Now, one of the reasons I would not use Disallow is because of the higher casting cost, all right? This is the Ether Revolt version. Okay, the higher casting cost. But here's what brings this casting cost down. When I cast it, and it is an instant, so I can cast it whenever, on your turn, and then all my stuff can untap, I can create a Wraith token. Because it doesn't matter when I cast it, I'm going to create the Wraith token. So Disallow. I can counter it. Like, that becomes a really palatable now for me casting cost, right? Here's another one. Boomerang Basics. So, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Great. If you control that permanent, draw a card. So not only am I going to get to draw a card, I'm also going to create a Wraith token. So really what I want to do with this is I want to include a bunch of low casting cost 1 or 2 drop cards and just flood the battlefield with Nazgul. Another card that would work well with that, a Brainstorm. Why not? And I am going to put the Spider-Man Brainstorm. I love the Spider-Man set. So it was $4.49. Nice. Okay. So I'm just stacking these in there because you can look at all these individually as just Nazguls, right? Because as I cast them, you're going to see a lot of Nazguls. So Brainstorm, Boomerang Basics. And look at this. If I can cast all these in a turn, wow, 4 Nazguls for 4 mana. Like, what a great rate. As long as you can keep Lord of the Nazgul safe and out. On that note, I think we need to have a Narcissus reversal. Do I have one in here? I do. I'm going to put that in there, of course. Beautiful. So that's how we're going to build this deck. I also need some black instants. So if you have any ideas, I'm all ears. I'm going to need some. Deadly Rollick would be one for this deck, obviously. Okay, so there's kind of like how I'm going to put the deck together. I'm going to stop there for a second. I do want to look in my special box, all right, before we get too close before the cutoff, because I got about 4 minutes left. I do want to be done by 9 o'clock. And I will continue to build this deck. Maybe I'll do it on the next live. But I have this deck of what I call special cards. Let's take a look to close the show. Ojurix, Noxel. These are my heavy hitter cards. Wheel of Fortune. Kratos. Omniscience. Jin Gataxis. This could actually be really good in the Nazgul deck, but I'm going to hold off on it. Tezzeret. Urza. Jace. Dreamhalls. Lush Portico. Norman Osborn. Phantasmal Image, great card. Excalibur, Magic Mirror, Acid Rain, Hull Breacher, Boomerang Basics, but we know we already added that. Show and Tell, Chasm Skulker, Mind Over Matter, Python Needle, Staff of Domination. Oh, greatest Planeswalker ever, maybe. Just some beautiful cards here. Darth, how are ya? Garland, the Royal Kidnapper. That's a cool card. Heroic Intervention, Heroic Intervention. You're getting to see some good cards though, Darth. Biorhythm. Hopefully unbanned soon. Not all heavy hitters. I guess I got some cards in there I want to put in some decks at some point. I am fired up, Darth. What's your favorite new card from Lorwyn? What are you excited for? Birds of Paradise. I'm excited for that Goblin. Dark Confident, great card. That might go in the Nazgul deck. That's a potential winner, guys. Chaos Shrine's Black Crystal. Whenever a non-creature control card you control dies, exile it. Ooh, that might be an option. The Destined Black Mage. Tree of Perdition, Overlord of the Baelmark, Reoccurring Nightmare. Gate to Phyrexia, awesome card. I feel like a Gate to Phyrexia has to be in here, right? Like, why wouldn't I have one in here? Especially because I can sacrifice one of those Nazgul tokens. Sheoldred, Agatha, Obliterator, Rise of the Dark Realms. Yawgmoth's Bargain, I'm not going to put that in yet. The Goblin is going to be a staple. Sheoldred, Deadly Dispute. Agadeem's Awakening, not yet. Entomb, not yet. Fel the Profane, maybe. Conda's Banner, maybe. Ooh, Lightning Greaves. I like that one the best. Dark Confident. I do have a Swiftfoot Boots. Awesome. See, this is why I keep these cards around, right? Just because they might turn out really, really good. Junkyard Godslayer. How are you? We're going to put these off to the side because we need those. Knuckles Gloves. Redirect Lightning. Bolus of Citadel. Psychic Frog. Always a choice. Bolus of Citadel. Always a choice. Cecil the Dark Knight. That's a really cool card. High Perfect Morcant. I am building... I'm going to do both. Darth, I would actually love for you to go watch my High Morcant video I just did. Let me know your thoughts. Please leave a comment. I can use all the help I can. Yawgmoth's Will, that might go in there. Gwenum Remorseless might go in there. Great card. Jeweled Lotuses, I'm stocking up on those. But I just did a video on the High Perfect Morcant, and that video convinced me that I want to build both that and Lathril. I need them both. All right, not much else here. Not much else. I mean, a lot of great cards, but might need to build a new Goblin deck too, right? Okay, so those are some of the cards I'm going to consider. We're going to revisit my... Well, we got an Air Shoes, which is great. Swiftfoot Boots, that has to go in here. Sonic isn't really on theme with this, but it's a cool Swiftfoot Boot, so I'm going to add it. And I love Universes Beyond, so get over it. Okay. I really like Universes Beyond. My kids love it too. Now, one of the things I do when I build decks is I try to put the most expensive card into each that I have. So let's go check out that Lightning Greaves. This one's worth more. So we're going to go Power Sneakers. Okay. Because it is worth more. Oh, Darth, you did watch it. Love it. All right. You got to get doubles of everything. You have to build Lathril and Morkant because they are... I didn't realize how different the builds would be until I did that deck tech. I thought they were going to be similar, and yeah, some of the elves were going to be similar, but they are different enough. All right. What else is like an auto include here? I feel the Dark Confident is. Do you guys like Dark Confident? I love it. It's a way to get all my mana, and I am going, or all the cards early, and by the way, I am going to have a bunch of low casting cost stuff in this deck, so I'm not going to take a massive hit. You know what I mean? Dark Confident can get dangerous if you have some like big high casting cost stuff, but in this deck, I'm going to have a bunch of like single mana casting cost things. By the way, we now have 26 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And that, yeah, Dark Confident is absolutely absurd. I agree with you there. Not enough people use it. There used to be a way, the day, yeah, I've had it do the same thing for me, Matt Gill. There used to be a day it was like the darling of the format. And then it kind of fell off, and I don't know why. Sometimes when stuff gets reprinted, people forget about how good it is. I do want to add a Gate to Phyrexia. It is such a useful card, especially because I'm going to have a bunch of Wraith tokens I'm going to have no problem sacrificing. So Gate to Phyrexia is going to go in. You guys ever see a Gate to Phyrexia? Bonkers. Just read what this does. Sacrifice one of your creatures during your upkeep, and that can be one of those Wraith tokens to destroy any one artifact. You may not sacrifice a creature that's already its way to the graveyard. Like, do you understand how good that is? Like, do you guys get it? Talk about removal. Like removal on a stick. It's pretty awesome. So, if it just sits there, it just sits there. But this card is absolutely bonkers. What do you guys think about the Gate to Phyrexia as a way to get rid of people's artifacts? I absolutely love it. Like, love it, guys. It is mean. It is nasty. It is everything that you should have in a commander deck. Here's another great card for this deck. Fell the Profane. Why? I can use it as an instant. Now, the casting cost for the instant is high. It's a 4. But if I get a 3/3 Wraith token along with it, beautiful. And I can use it as a land. So you can use it for whatever you want. Matt Gill, that is a great choice. Have you been watching the whole show? I love those Pain lands. They are, in Commander, unreal. Like, unreal. The best lands going. Fell the Profane. Okay, so right now I have 28 cards, 26 total cards without lands, and the mana value is only 62, so we're doing good. We're keeping the mana value nice and low. All right. To show you how serious I am about those pain lands, Matt, I got a bunch of them. I mean, I always just have them because I use them a lot. Like, they are that good. You know what I mean? So, because Matt, I did show off my Ur-Dragon deck. Matt, did you see my Ur-Dragon deck? Maybe I'll show that off again to close the show. What do you guys think? Gonna add a couple other cards to this. I do need... Ooh. Alright. So I do need some of these. I don't know if I'm going to do Imprison to the Moon. I don't know if I'm going to do Repeal. I don't know if I'm going to do Fabricate. I don't know if I'm going to do Portent. I do kind of want to do Ponder. It draws me a card and gets me a Nazgul. Let's put it in. And the version of that is C18. Okay. $3. Great card. Gets me a card draw. And, yeah, Matt, get in the Discord. There's a link on my Instagram. So there we go. Ponder. Again, it's an okay card. It draws you a card, but in a Nazgul deck, you will create one of those 3/3 Nazguls. Absolutely awesome. Not sure about Portent yet. Not sure about Sleight of Hand. Not sure about Case the Ransacked Lab. Preordain, not bad. Scry 2 and draw a card. I gotta put that in there. And that's a Commander's Masters. Foil, $2.99. And again, you cast it, you're going to make one of those Nazguls. And I'm really, really big on keeping mana value low. So that's going to help do it, you know? Twiddle, maybe. Twisted Image, maybe. Spellslayer, maybe. Ooh, Consider. That's a great one. Put that in there. Okay, because again, card draw, and a Wraith for 1 mana. With Lord of the Nazgul, 1 mana gets you a 3/3 Wraith. If you have a bunch of Wraiths, they turn into 9/9s, and you get a card draw. What a great card! How can I make, Matt, the link infinite? How do I do that, guys? Do we know? We'll deal with that right now. How do I make the link infinite, everybody? Do we know? Help me out, Matt. I want to get this sorted before I go, because it bugs me that always happens. Unsummon, great card. Mana Leak, cancel. Think Twice, another great option. Etherize, great option. Opt, great option. Do I have an Opt yet? I do not. That'd be a great one. Ooh, Dramatic Reversal. Spell Pierce. Okay. Guys, help me out. How do I make a Discord link infinite? Oh, to make a Discord link not expire, go to Invite People, click Edit Invite Link, and expire after. Okay, remember that, guys. Never. Okay. Save. Copy link. All right. Thank you for that, Matt. Thank you. You're the hero of today's show. Man, that's why my Discord wasn't growing. Guys, do you know if I put my Discord on my YouTube? We're set there now. Should work now. Check it out, Matt. Make sure it works. And does anyone know if the Discord is on my YouTube? I would love to know. Now we'll see if I can add multiple links. Thank you, demo. I got to put it on there. Let's see if I can add multiple links to my... I don't want a lemon. All right, Discord is up. So, we're crushing that. That was a big plus, a big win for the channel today. So now I set it to never expire. It looks like you can set it to never expire. Gotta look at my YouTube channel. See if I can alter my page. Ooh, links. I can put it in. There, we just added it to the Muscles and the Magic the Gathering page. Awesome, guys. Beautiful. What a big plus tonight for the channel. Big win for the channel tonight on the live. I do got to add some cards, though. I'm going to add a Spell Pierce to this. Not my favorite counter spell, but I do need all the counter spells I can get to protect my Nazgul. And if it doesn't work, I still get the Wraith token. Right? Like, it doesn't matter if it works or not. Someone pays it too. I'm still going to get that Wraith token. So that is awesome, everybody. I do need a dramatic reversal. And the version of that is Kaladesh, old school. Love it. Darth, I do want to go in Atlanta. It is on my list. I will be at the Vegas one, and then I can almost guarantee you I'll be at the Atlanta one too. So, plan on it. All right. We got a lot of cool little spells in here. You know what else we need in here? By the way, let's just do, here's what's really important, because you're not just copying the spell, you may copy the exiled cast, copy the exiled card. If you do so, you may cast the copy. So you are casting spells. So Isochron Scepter is a must. I think if we just pair this with the dramatic reversal, this is going to go bananas, everybody. There we go. So we now have 34 cards, okay? So just hear me out. I like to build my decks. Final thing I'll say, 62 cards, 38 lands. I play with 38 lands. I get a drink of protein shake before I do this. So, I've got 2 lands in here, which means I have 32 cards. Total mana value is 70, which means right now, we're on track to keep the total mana value of this deck at 140. Now, Darth, it would be awesome to see you. How old's your son? And I love them. MagicCon 30 was the experience of a lifetime. I absolutely loved it in Vegas. For the last MagicCon Vegas. It's just like the best time. The best people. It's a lot of fun. It really is an amazing experience. You'll love it. You gotta add a deadly dispute in here. Okay. 11. Bring them. We'll all play together, Darth. Let's make that a date. Join the Discord. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I'd love to have like a 4-person game. Me and my 9-year-old against you and your 11-year-old. We could do like a 2-headed giant commander type situation. But let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. All right, it's 35 cards. I do have to add another Nazgul. I have to get a Witch King of Agnar. I don't have another one. Nazgul Battle Mace or whatever it's called. We're just going to keep building up this deck, but this is one of my decks under construction. I do have to put a Jeweled Lotus in. I do play with banned cards, and I do, guys, stock up on Jeweled Lotuses. I have a real feeling it's going to be unbanned. This is the CMM version of it. Here we go. Okay. Total value is up to 616 with 36 cards. Beautiful. Matt, go to my Mox field and check out my Ur-Dragon list. It's bonkers. I actually helped Demo build his. Gave him some ideas anyway. All right, there we go. There is the Mox field, okay? Matt, have you seen my Ur-Dragon deck ever? Him to Churk, we got to put that in there. It's a fun Secret Lair version. Matt, answer me. Have you seen my Ur-Dragon deck? Maybe I'll show it off. This live is going way over time, but it's kind of fun. And I'm just doing deck tech anyway. Ah, thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. So him to Turek, there's another sorcery. Like I said, I want as many black and blue instants and sorceries as possible. All right. And I'll show you guys how I just quickly calculate mana value right now. So looking at my deck, just as like a idea for you, I have 35 normal cards and the mana value is 74. So let's go 74 on a calculator divided by 35. So the average cost is 2.11. If I have 35 cards, I have to add 25, 26, 27. Which means if I had 27 cards, it's 57 mana value I'll add, plus 74. That puts this deck at 131. Like, that is elite in terms of mana value. So I am on the right track. Now, obviously it'll go up if I add things like Gwenum or things like Yawgmoth's Will, which would be a great card in this deck. I'm just not 100% sure I'm going to add it right now. Brain Freeze would be a great card to add. Target player mills 3 cards. Why not make somebody mill something? Yeah. That could really work in my Muldrotha deck, though. I'm going to hold off on that for a second. Decisions, right? Snapcaster Mage is a must. Why? To just double cast those cards. Unreal. Ultimate Masters, okay. Snapcaster Mage, so we can double cast all those instants and sorceries. This deck is wild right now, everybody. It's like literally wild. Diabolic Intent's one we can put in. Because I don't have any more Diabolic Tutors. Which sucks. Plane Shift, okay. I wish I had another Demonic Tutor, and I wish I had another Vampiric Tutor, but I don't. Might have to bite it and order those. I don't really want to take them from my other decks. My other decks are pretty optimized. Okay. Sapphire Medallion could be a good choice for this deck. Here's a great card for the deck. Merchant Scroll. That's an old version of it. Homelands. Tell you why this is good. It's a sorcery itself, so I'm going to create the Nazgul, and then I can go get like a 1-drop counter or like a Brainstorm and then create another Nazgul. Like, what a great thing. This card is a little in disrepair, but that's okay. So yeah, that's awesome. All right. The deck is really, really coming along. I'd like a Gitaxian Probe. I don't have another one. Chain of Vapor could do something. Could do some work in here. I feel like we need a Chain of Vapor. My cabbages! Great card. It's foil too. Adds to the value. $696, keeps the mana value low. Returns a target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and creates another one of those Wraith tokens. We have a lot of Wraith tokens, guys. We're going to create a lot of them. And again, it keeps that mana value low. We're now, let's see what total mana value is now. The average was 2.11. Now we have 39 cards. And the total mana value is 81. So that's on to 2.07. So we keep going down, which is awesome. So there we go, guys. We're going to call it a night. We're doing good. I want to add an Ashiok Dream Render. Great card. Phantasmal Image, I'll probably add that. Great card. Copy anything. Phyrexian Metamorph, copy anything. Those are actually auto-includes in this deck, because I'm going to need a few more creatures. Maybe a Mystic Remora. Maybe a Spellskite. Maybe a Brain Freeze. We'll see. But right now I'm pretty happy with how this deck's coming together. I want to thank you guys for being part of the live. It's been an absolute blast. Really appreciate all the support you give me. This is what I'm doing on one of my normal nights, doing some deck tech. I absolutely love it. And that's it. So thank you very much for coming by. Make sure you go and watch my latest High Perfect Morkant video. I'm trying to bump it up. Just go there right after this live. There's a bunch you here. Just leave a comment. Some about elves, some about magic, some about Lorwyn. Would really, really help me blow the